Hey, hi everyone, it's John Lee here. I'm also known as the Property Shark. Now, today is a very exciting day. We're gonna talk about how to start your YouTube channel in 2020. You know, spring is here with the coronavirus and everything. Whole city's on lockdowns. Better safe to stay indoors, social distancing. What better time now than to pick up a hobby, a skill? Let's get into it. Let's help you start your first YouTube channel, grow it to 1,000 subscribers super duper fast. All right, so my advice to you is you want to figure out exactly what your target audience looks like. So I'm an engineer, come from an engineering background. I'm very statistical and analytical, and to me, you have to kind of figure out, okay, what product and services am I trying to push out to people, right? You have to really think about, okay, what is my target audience? And when I mean target audience, you have to create your target audience's avatars and go with that. So, for example, you know, for my own YouTube channel, my target audience is going after millennials. It might be people that just graduated from college. They don't know what to do in life. They just got out of college. They're getting started with life. Maybe it's some tips and advice on how they can become a real estate agent, some tips and advice on financing, on how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow their social media organically. And then a part of that too is also maybe target millennials who are looking to start a family. They maybe just got married, they got a kid on the way, they're looking at getting a bigger home, upsizing, downsizing. So I want to make some videos for potential millennial home buyers, home sellers who want some tips and guidance on, you know, how to go about that, how to go about buying a property, how to go about selling a property. So my biggest recommendation here is to figure out, you know, what your target audience is, and from that is to start with, you know, what am I trying to sell? What am I trying to give? What skill sets that I have where I can use that to provide value to others? Think about that. What problems do people have, and how can I provide help and guidance where I can leverage my skill sets to help solve someone else's problems? And from there, you figure out, okay, what potential clients or what potential subscribers there are out there, create an avatar and create certain videos and content catered to them as well. So it's really important that you start somewhere, right? Like for me, again, millennial focused. I have a real estate background, engineering background. I just got out of college too, not too long ago. So any tips or advice, life advice that I can provide people, I'm gonna want to share that with everyone to try to help them solve a problem, and eventually just put the content out there and let the market dictate, you know, what's going to happen next. You're going to figure out that there's going to be a couple of videos that take off for you, and then that's an indication, you know, based off studying the market and the feedback that you get from your viewers, your subscribers. This is the type of content that people like, and then from there, I would recommend niching down and focusing on that particular type of video or that particular type of content. So start off broad, leverage your own life experiences, your own skill sets. Try to figure out what problems people might have that you can step in and help out with your expertise and your skills to provide value. Create content based off that, and based off the feedback that you get from the amount of views and your subscribers, you can then tailor your content to a certain trajectory or path to follow. So it's important, you know, that you don't get too caught up when you're starting off your channel about picking a niche, but eventually you do want to niche down. And the reason for that is because your subscribers, your potential subscribers, your followers, when they're looking at their channel, they want to know exactly what you're about, what they can get from it, and they don't want to be confused. For example, if Jamie was to watch a video of yours, and she clicked on your profile, and then you had some videos about cats, dogs, working out, about life advice, she'll get confused. She doesn't really know what your channel is about, so it's quite unlikely that she's gonna click the subscribe button and ding the notification bell, because and on that note, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell for my channel. But yeah, because they're confused, they don't know what you're about, they don't know what sort of content you're gonna be providing, what value you can provide them, so they're gonna look around, browse around, and opt out, quite frankly, and they're not gonna subscribe to your channel. And it is important too from an ad revenue standpoint. So definitely you can monetize your channel. I'm not right now, but eventually down the road, if you are able to drive enough traffic, you can definitely monetize your channel. And there are certain niches that make a bit more money than other niches, so maybe you want to try to figure out what niches are making more money. Based off that, how can your, again, experiences and skill sets complement that niche, and try to put out content towards that. And also it makes it easier for advertisers to frankly pay you, because they know exactly where they can put their content in your videos, because they know exactly what your videos are about and what type of content you're putting out there. So we're gonna skip forward a little bit here, but yeah, so I guess my another thing I wanted to say here is that a big rookie mistake that I see people do is they contemplate and they take too much time to think about what the consumer wants, and to put out content based off their own views of what's going to work and what people want to see, but not necessarily what other people want to see. So they make it about me, and not the people that are looking at videos on YouTube per se. So a lot of people might think it's great, for example, to put out vlogs and document their life, but quite frankly, a lot of times, only your friends and family might care about your day-to-day, but it's hard for people to find your vlogs, because people aren't looking for a day in the life of, John, for example, on YouTube, because that's not a search function that is very important to a lot of people. So I would say you want to make sure you put out content that is relevant and is helpful, and put it out there, and based off that content and based off how the market reacts, I would say pivot and adjust accordingly. I wouldn't spend too much time to make my videos absolutely perfect, because that just holds you back from putting it out there. And also I think it's really important that you think about making content in a way that is searchable. And what I mean by that is, when people go on Google or YouTube, they type in certain keywords to find certain answers, and usually those are questions or problems that people have. So you kind of want to reverse engineer that and figure out how your content can fill the void or address a problem that people have, instead of creating content that you think is entertaining or value to people, such as putting vlogs out there. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is search engine optimization. On the note of making sure your video is searchable, there are certain tips and tricks that we can implement into our videos to make sure that more people can find our content. And specifically, I want to go over keywords. I want to go over the title, the tags, description. So the keywords are certain words that you use in your video, in the description of the video, and that would correlate to the title as well, to the tags, to the description of a video. Tags are very important. These are little key terms that you could attach to your video, where if someone searches that word or term, then there is a greater chance that your video will populate and be up on top. Now, another thing that a lot of people tend to miss is the content itself, because YouTube actually, directly transcribes all your video content. So what's important is what you say in the YouTube video as well, and that's usually one thing that people miss, because they think about the title, the description, the tags I use, but don't really necessarily think about what they talk about. So if you look at this video, for example, my title is going to be how to grow your YouTube channel in 2020, get to 1,000 subscribers fast. That's going to be my title. Also in the description, I'm gonna hint at that too as well. Hey, if you're on the fence of thinking of creating a YouTube channel, this is the right video for you. Definitely stay till the very end to find out exactly what my tips and tricks are for you to get to 1,000 subscribers fast. Again, that's just going off the top of my head. I'm gonna sit down and really work out the description after this as well. And some sample tags that I might use would be how to get to 1,000 subscribers fast, how to start a YouTube channel in 2020, how to grow organically on YouTube, how to grow on YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel, things like that related to the topic. And moving on from that, so SEO is important, and out of everything that I've said so far, we've gone over how to reverse engineer the type of content that you should be putting out, and hopefully you guys had a better idea of what content to put out and how to make it easier for you as possible, because a lot of the times people are like, John, I don't know where to start. I don't know what content to put out. So hopefully by reverse engineering everything gives you a good idea of where to start with that and what to put out. Secondly, we talked about the SEO optimization. We want to make sure that our videos are searchable, so we're creating content around addressing certain searchable information, questions that people might have, problems that people might have, how we can better solve and address them. Not only that, we want to talk about how we can optimize our title, our tags, our descriptions, and most importantly, the content in the video as well, because YouTube transcribes everything. So you want to make sure whatever you say in the video aligns with all of that as well, and that definitely help boost your video to the top when people search in relatable information to your content. With all that being said, it is very, very crucial that you have an absolutely amazing thumbnail, because guess what? With all of those things taken care of, if you don't have an attractive thumbnail, enough to catch people's attention, enough to get people to want to click on it, well, all that hard work kind of goes down the drain, and it was kind of for nothing. So a couple of things about the thumbnail. Number one thing, you kind of want to make it pop. So I would pick a bright color scheme. If you look at my YouTube thumbnails before, bright orange, bright red, bright blue, and also you want to keep your words to the left side of the screen. And the reason for that is because there are a lot of pop-up and buttons that YouTube puts on the right side. So in order to make sure that people see exactly what your content is about, you want to keep all the important words on the left side of your thumbnail. And I would limit the amount of words to like at most 5 words, because it's kind of like a sneak peek. You want to give people a taste about what your video is on, but you don't want to give them everything, right? You want to entice them enough to click on it. I would say keep it short and sweet, maybe maximum 5 words, and make sure the font is huge. Like if someone was standing maybe 5 feet away, they can still see it, because a lot of times people are browsing and watching videos on their phone. So you want to make sure that it is big enough for people to read, and keep the font legible, keep it bold, keep it big. Don't use some fancy fonts with like very complicated stuff all over it. Like, you know, it's fancy, it might look nice, but your point there is to catch people's attention when they're scrolling through. So keep it bold, clean, simple, legible. That would be my go-to recommendation. And if you've watched this video till the very end, I'm gonna give you my last and final tip. This is the juiciest tip ever out of the whole video. I'm so glad you stayed till the very end, and that tip is to just get started. So I've given you a roadmap of exactly what to do. I think the hardest part is for people to start. So just start by putting content out there. Think about what my expertise and my experiences are, what kind of problems people might have, and how can I leverage my skills and expertise and knowledge and life experiences to address certain problems that people have, and think from that perspective and start putting content out that way. Again, I'm super thankful and grateful for all of you guys for tuning in and watching this video. I hope you found tremendous value, and definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. Definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Can't wait to see you guys crush it. I want to see you start your own channel. I want to see you grow. I want to see you succeed. And most importantly, in times like this, definitely everyone stay safe. Social isolation, coronavirus is real. It's here. We want to make sure we protect our loved ones and we protect everyone around us as well. So stay safe. Start your own channel. Go out there, crush it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.